I'm here now with my independent bookstore day haul. So I posted on Twitter about how many books that I bought, and it is a lot. Although Jake, did quite a bit of damage too. So not all of them are books that I specifically bought. Um, I am so excited. This is our third year in a row participating in Indie Bookstore Day. We drive to Seattle every year and do the bookshop crawl or the bookstore crawl. So last year there was 19 bookstores that you had to go to, and this year there was 21. So they added a few new bookstores, but only two of them you had to go to. The other one was kind of like part of another store, like their sister stores. But we decided to go to that one because their opening day was on Indie Bookstore Day, and so that was Madison Books. I will try, if I remember, hopefully to link all of the bookstores that we visited down below. They're all wonderful and great. It's kind of hard to like pick what your favorite is. I think Finney is my favorite. I don't know, something about that store is like just so wonderful. Elliott Bay is fantastic too. So is Third Place. They're all really great. They're all really great. So I'm gonna try to remember to link all of them below. Anyways, I will start with the ARCs that I got first. A lot of the stores have like ARCs up for grabs. So if you like spend a certain amount of money at the store, or if whatever, they have ARCs available. This is not an ARC though. I'm just going to start with this first because this is also like just a free thing. But it's a little like extra little pamphlet for Atlas Obscura. So it's Literary Wonders, a book lover's guide to secret libraries, esoteric books, writers' houses, and more. So they have different book-related obscure places, and also on the back it shows that Atlas Obscura Part 2 is coming out in 2019, which is very exciting because yeah, I just love that so much. All right, so the ARCs, I picked out two of the ARCs and the other three were like wrapped blind date with a book type. The first one that I picked is Karen Slaughter, Pieces of Her. I've never read anything by Karen Slaughter, but I think, oh my gosh, I haven't watched BookTube in a long time, so people's names have kind of left me. Oh my gosh, there's a BookTuber that I watch that loves Karen Slaughter. So I was like, a free way to test that out to see if I like it. I know it's like a thriller. That's all I know. And then the next one, I don't know anything about either. It's A House of Stone by Novuyo Rosa Shuma? Don't know anything about this either, but I feel like it said something on here that made me really want to read it, and now I don't know what it is, but yeah, it looks intriguing to me. And then the rest of these are like ones that are wrapped, so I didn't actually pick them. The first one that I have is Leaving the Witness, Exiting a Religion and Finding a Life by Amber Scora. So on the back, I was like, because I'm not like a religious person, and so I don't really enjoy reading about that. But it says that she's a third generation Jehovah's Witness, and she like going to China kind of like opened up her mind, and then she was shunned by her family and da-da-da. So I am curious to at least give this a shot. And the next one is so funny because it's Charles Bukowski on drinking. I was telling Jake, oh baby, I was telling Jake that this is something that I would want. I'm not a huge fan of ARCs in general. I think ARCs, I don't like them. I'm a fan of the book as an object, which is why I own so many of them. And I feel like ARCs, they're just really cheaply made and not really nice. And so this is something that I'm going to want to purchase because I am a huge Charles Bukowski fan. I actually purchased a record of him speaking on Indie Bookstore Day. And so it was just so funny that I happened to get this. It was like, oh, what a surprise. So I might just, I don't know. I might just get rid of this. Well, we'll see. I'm gonna read this at some point, but I might just buy it. And the next one is an ARC that I got at Book Larder, and it is a cookbook one, and it is the Great Grilled Cheese book. And as I was opening this, I was saying, please let this not be anything cheese related because I hate cheese, and of course it is a cheese book. I was telling Jake though that see, again, I don't know, ARCs are just like, it's all black and white. Like I'm sure the actual cookbook is way nicer. That I might just like have the cheese and make it all mozzarella, and then I'll try it that way. So whatever. So I did buy 2 books. Well, actually, I guess technically Jake bought this one for me because oh my gosh, my kitties have been eating it. Oh, they're so naughty. Look at all of that. These babies are so bad. So the first one, Jake actually purchased this one for me. What are you doing? Now she's eating. Oh my gosh. Laverne? What are you eating? Hold on. Laverne! What are you doing right now? I feel like she's trying to eat the light switch. Okay. Laverne! Ugh! I don't have anything to throw to distract her. Baby! 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 This is terrible. Okay, so anyways, so that is Shroom, mind-bendingly good recipes for cultivated and wild mushrooms. I'm a huge mushroom fan. I think mushrooms are probably one of my favorite vegetables, I guess. I don't know, would you call a mushroom a vegetable? Anyways, I'm super excited, and the author was actually there, and so she signed it for me. It's very exciting. And then I bought another one of her books, and it is How to Taste. Oh, this author's name is Becky Selengut. Selengut. I don't know if that's right. So she signed this one too. And this is basically, it's, the book, the Salt, Acid, Fat, Heat. It's like her book that is like that. So it just kind of teaches you how to fix things and like different stuff about taste, and it's not so much a cookbook as kind of like a how to cook without maybe needing a cookbook. So we'll see. I'm not there yet in my cooking, but it is nice to have something like this kind of like as a reference type book. All right, so the next books I probably have forgotten where I've purchased them, so just bear with me. Oh, this one I got at Elliott Bay. It's got a sticker on it. So I got Hopscotch by Julio Cortázar. I don't know. And this is translated by Gregory Rabassa. I think I saw Michael from Knowledge Lost reading this. I forget if he said that he liked it or not, but I bought it to find out for myself what I think about it. And then I got this one also at Elliott Bay, and this is the Daily Assortment of Astonishing Things and Other Stories, the Kane Prize for African Writing 2016. There was a few of these. And this is the one that I purchased. So, it's a short story collection. I'm just worried I'm going to be burned like I was with the book with that book, but I might actually give that another shot maybe this year to see. So I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Then I have Evening Primrose by Copano Machlua. I don't know how to pronounce that. I forget where I purchased this one. Oh, Queen Anne Book Company. Great. All of the places put the receipts in. I have no idea what this is about, but it says that they, I don't know if they are, what gender they are. So it says Matlua is South Africa's Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. So that's good enough for me. And then this one, oh gosh, I forget where I bought this one, but, Brick and Mortar, I think. Brick and Mortar. You guys don't care. Anyways, it is Family Happiness, Stories by Leo Tolstoy, and this is translated by, this might be translated by multiple people. So, I don't know. Oh, yeah. There's different translators for the different stories in this. So when I read it, I will say who they are. And then I got this one. This one was so exciting. I'd never heard of this. So this is Love and Trouble, A Midlife Reckoning by Claire Dederer. And this I got at Eagle Harbor Book Company, which is on Bainbridge Island, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Bainbridge Island. So this is a memoir of a woman that was kind of like a little wild when she was younger, and so kind of like looking back. And the bookseller like highly recommended it to me, and I'd never heard of it, so I was very excited to pick that up. And this is the first book that I bought, Erotic Stories for Punjabi Widows by Bali Kaur Jaswal. This isn't the typical type of book that I would read. It feels to me, by looking at it, like very contemporary and like romantic comedy kind of thing, which is not particularly what I'm interested in, but the bookseller said that it was absolutely hilarious. So, you know, why not venture out of your comfort zone every once in a while, especially with a title like that? Like, that's it. Sounds like it's going to be a good time. This is the book that I got at the Traveler bookstore, Around the World in 50 Years, My Adventure to Every Country on Earth by Albert Podell. So that is exactly what it sounds like, I assume. A memoir about his journey visiting different countries. Then I have Bricks and Mortar by Clemens Meyer, and this is translated by Katie Derbyshire. And this is what, I don't even know what these editions are called, but I love them so much, and I just want them. I should probably read them, you know, one might say. And I got this at Island Books, which is another super, super cute store. They're so cute. I'll link them all below. This one I got, I think, at Brick and Mortar Bookstore as well. Yeah, so this is the one that the bookseller recommended to me, and then the Tolstoy book I just kind of like saw on the way out. I was like, I need that. So this is Blonde by Joyce Carol Oates, and I think it has to do with, yeah, Norma Jean Baker, Marilyn Monroe, so kind of like about her. But I assume it's like a fictional account of her life, kind of. So I'm excited to read this. I still haven't read any Joyce Carol Oates, and she's someone that I feel like I should read, or at least try to read. So one of these days. The next one that I have is Speedboat by Renata Adler, and I have no idea what this is about, but I don't. It's a NYRB, so that's good enough for me. I wish I wasn't so lame, but there you go. Then this one is In the Distance by Hernan Diaz, and it's a Pulitzer Prize finalist. I guess these things on the front do work. And it's published by Coffee House Press. I have no idea what this book is about, but I feel drawn to it for some reason. I hate doing book hauls because I literally don't know anything about the books before I buy them, and so I just feel like this is so boring, and I'm so sorry. Then I have A Record of a Night Too Brief by Hiromi Kawakami, and this is the author of Strange Weather in Tokyo, which I feel like a lot of people on BookTube have read. It has the girl kind of like floating a little bit, and I've heard that that book is very strange, and so I want to read her, and this one was at the university bookstore, and I saw it, and so I purchased it. Then a BookTube darling, Tin Man by Sarah Winman. I think I was going to pick out something else, and then Jake was like, oh, look at this cover, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's Tin Man. I want to read that. So I went with this one and said, this cover is just absolutely gorgeous. I feel like everyone on BookTube has read this except for me, so there's that. Then, I think I found this at the Never Ending Bookstore. Yeah, or Never Ending Bookshop. Weird Things Customers Say in Bookstores by Jen Campbell. BookTube's queen of BookTube, or whatever. I don't know. I have not read this or any of her books, but this one I think is going to be an absolute riot. So this is probably, Doris did send me her poetry collection. Where did I put that? There it is. So I might read this one or that one first. Let's see. Then I got The Discreet Hero by Mario Vargas Llosa, translated by Edith Grossman. I still haven't read The Feast of the Goat, which I feel like I've put on every single TBR for every single thing for the last forever. But I just, again, I feel like I'm going to vibe with him, so my fingers are crossed that I am correct. And then I found another one of these editions. I guess it's Fitzcarraldo editions is what it says on the front. And that's Animalia by John Baptiste del Amo. And I got this one at Finney. And this is translated by Frank Wynn. So, gosh, talking about all these books is making me so excited. I need to go read. Right, and I got Dead Girls too by Alice Bolin. Essays on Sir Surviving an American Obsession. I think this is pretty popular on BookTube too. But it's a nonfiction about dead girls in media and how they like push forward other people's stories, but we don't really focus on like the ladies. So yes, I am very interested in that. Obviously, or else I wouldn't have bought it. Then I have Slow Boat by Hideo Furukawa, and this is at Pushkin Press. I still want to go through and make my TBR books by like if they're small publishers, group them by publisher. But anyways, this is translated by David Boyd, and I couldn't tell you anything about this. Don't know. Then I have The Passage of Love by Alex Miller, and this was from one of the new bookstores. I got this one at Page 2 Books. And the bookseller was trying to kind of like, I was asking booksellers to recommend me like things that are translated or by small press. I was saying indie press, but I guess indie publishers now mean kind of like, an indie publisher now is something that's self-published. So things that I'm interested in are small press. I'm not really interested in self-published. I mean, maybe some, but not like in general. In general, it's small presses that I'm interested in, like Coffee House and Pushkin and whatever. I think Pushkin. So anyways, she was kind of trying to find me things. And so she recommended this. She hadn't read it, but then it said in the beginning, for Stephanie. I don't know, you can't read that. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I have to buy this. And yeah, so I don't know what it's about though. The next one is another NYRB, Sunflower by, I'm going to say Gula Krudi. I have no idea. But this is translated from Hungarian by John Batki, so it's a Hungarian author. And I got this. This is the one that I got at Madison Books. So very exciting. Then I got So You've Been Publicly Shamed by John Ronson. I have been wanting to read this book forever. The only reason I haven't bought it is because, I know that I've wanted to read it for a long time, and so I wasn't like, I don't know why I didn't pick it up, but I'm really, really interested in this. I'm very interested in general with public shaming and why people get so much pleasure from tearing others down. I feel like that's very strange. Like I don't know, there's something very strange about it, and like the group think that comes along with it too on the internet. I feel like it happens on BookTube sometimes. I don't really know about it until like after it's happened, because someone that I follow is following someone that's in like it's removed from me, thankfully. But I know that some stuff happens on here too, and it's super sad. I wish we would all just focus on bettering us and the people around us as opposed to trying to tear people down. But anyways, I'll get off my little soapbox. I also purchased Black Hole by Charles Burns, and I think I got this at Fantagraphics. Yes, I definitely did. The art is black and white. I feel like this was pretty popular on BookTube a little bit ago as well. And then, so exciting, I got Monstrous 2 and 3. I got these at Third Place Books. I kind of just like want to sit down and read these right now, but I'm trying to read heavy and I really need to finish it. So I would like to read these this weekend maybe. And then I tricked Jake into buying me something. So it's the Nausilla trilogy by Agustin Fernandez Malo, and I have literally no idea what this is, but I just needed to have it. So there's 3 books in here. It's kind of like the IQ 84 by Haruki Murakami, and yeah, I just really, I think I had seen this last year and didn't purchase it, and so Jake was really sweet and bought it for me. And then I got 2, well, I guess first let me show you this. This I got at one of the other new bookstores too. Arundel, I think, was the name of the store. And yes, Arundel. And it's little poetry, super slim. And it's this author, Lynn Ellis. She works at that bookstore, and she has this is her small press. and they told me how to pronounce it at the store, and I forgot how to pronounce it. But Pepichu, Papichu, I don't know. But so that was, I was like, oh yes, please, I want that. And then the next two I got at Open Books, and so the first one that I was like, oh, I need this so bad is Halal If You Hear Me, The Breakbeat Poets Volume 3 by, or I guess edited by Fatima. I never really know how to pronounce that, but I think it's Fatima, Oscar, and Safia El Hilo. And so let's see, it's an anthology of writing by Muslims who are women, queer, genderqueer, non-binary, and or trans. So it's super exciting. I wish it wasn't so shiny so that you could see it better on the screen, but it's a woman on roller skates who's got hairy legs and hairy armpits, and then this, well, she's on skates, or they, I don't know. I need to start just referring to everyone as they because I don't want to like mess it up. So I'm super excited. So I saw this and I was like, I need to have that. And then I saw another one like right before we checked out, and that is this one, Reasons, or 187 Reasons Mexicanos Can't Cross the Border by Juan Felipe Herrera. And it's on documents 1971 to 2007. And so this is, that sounds like something that I need. So those are, oh, and then, oh my gosh, this is such a long video. I'll do the rest of them in part 2.